Hey everyone, Piano Man Chuck here. So today I want to talk about the supply chain problem that's happening all over the world. Boy, this COVID pandemic has really turned everything around. So bad, we already know how bad shipping is. Well, let me tell you exactly what's going on with that. I sell keyboards, digital musical instruments, pro audio gear, but this applies to everything. Everything. Unfortunately, unfortunately, at this point where people want to place an order, they want to know, of course, when are they going to get their equipment. And pre-pandemic, I could tell them exactly. You'll have it in 5 days, 7 days, 3 days, depending on how close they were to the warehouse that the product is currently stored at. Then the pandemic came around, and we're giving them estimates of 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. All right, this was 2 months ago in August. This is October now. I did a video in August that covered the same thing. At that point in time, in that video, the California coast had about 2 dozen cargo ships anchored off the coast, waiting for their turn to get docking space so that they could get unloaded. Okay, that was just 2 months ago. Fast forward to today. Now we've got like 70 ships, 70 off of the coast of California, Los Angeles, Long Beach, the two major shipping portals. Oh my God, 70. And right now, the wait time that they're going to stay anchored out there waiting for their space to dock is up to 4 weeks, as much as 4 weeks. And it's getting worse, folks. It will eventually get better. There's predictions that maybe mid 2022. Well, that's yet to be seen. So anyway, now there's the New Jersey and New York ports, and that's on the other side, the eastern seaboard. That's a little bit better. I mean, it's not great. It's still got their problems, but it's still better than the western seaboard. The western seaboard is where all of the Asian countries, that all comes in through the western seaboard, California mainly. And things originating from Europe come in through the eastern seaboard, or New York, New Jersey. When it comes to keyboards and pro audio and stuff like that, if you're ordering a keyboard that is Asian manufactured, things like Casio, Kawai, Kurzweil, Korg, Roland, Yamaha, those are all Asian origin. So, they're going to take however long it takes to get to the United States from there, a couple of weeks, and then up to 4 weeks more just to get docking space to unload. And then there's more to it after that. So you've got a slight advantage from companies that make their products in Europe, or at least if they ship from Europe. So we have the European keyboards that are made by Dexibell, Nord, StudioLogic, and Viscount. Those you can expect to get a little bit faster. So if you had your heart set on a Yamaha or a Kawai or a Korg or a Roland or something like that, and we need to order it and wait for it to get here, I mean, because the warehouses here are pretty much selling out so fast that they can't keep up with the demand. And we're waiting for new products to arrive so that they can fill the warehouses for these manufacturers. And from there, they got to make it out to individual retailers. So, Asian keyboards, if you want it yesterday, you might want to consider going with a European keyboard. Now, the problem is these European keyboards are kind of pricey. Dexibell and Nord, especially, we know they're very pricey. Viscount is pricey. StudioLogic is more budget conscious. So let's go into what's exactly happening. How does things get from their origin country over to our retailers or into your house. Okay, first let's talk about cargo ships. Okay, these are very, very, very big vessels that carry shipping containers. Your average shipping container is about 40 feet long. And to give you an idea of how big that is, each shipping container can have about 10,000 pairs of sneakers on it. That's a lot of sneakers. Or 200 queen size mattresses, or 70 humongous flat screen TVs. Now, get this. These ships are so huge that each ship can carry anywhere from 10,000 to 24,000 shipping containers. That's a lot of shipping containers and a lot of merchandise. Multiply that by about 70 ships out there waiting for their docking space so they can get unloaded. And compared to the ships of 15, 20 years ago, these ships are much, 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 much bigger now. So big they can't even go through the Panama Canal anymore. That was built in the days when cargo ships were smaller. So we got some real problems here with shipping. I mean, right now, this is affecting everything. Car manufacturers can't get chips. These computer chips, because they can't get them, there's a shortage. Used cars, 2019 cars, are selling more than new cars are because we can't get the new cars. A lot of car manufacturers have shut down because they can't finish building the car without these computer chips. Builders can't get lumber. Bookmakers can't get paper. Restaurants are having problems getting simple things like ketchup and bacon. And I mean, the prices of everything because of the shipping costs have skyrocketed. There was a restaurant in New York that was talking about, they gave an example with bacon. They were paying $2.40 a pound for bacon pre-pandemic. Right now, because shipping is so expensive, the prices of everything went up. Now they are paying $6.20 a pound. So, of course, they're going to have to pass that increase in expense on to the customers, or at least part of it. I mean, because it's not fair, they should be paying almost 3 times more for the same thing they used to get for a lot less pre-pandemic. Now, 95% of consumer goods in the USA come through these major ports, whether it's on the eastern seaboard or the western. 95%, that's a lot of products. So, now, how did this all get started? Okay. When the pandemic hit, and remember we had global lockdowns and quarantines and all that stuff. Factories shut down, retailers shut down, restaurants shut down, all kinds of things shut down, manufacturers shut down. All right. Then in the United States, we had stimulus checks to help people out that may have lost their job or whatever, but it went to everybody. Now, the problem is when we had these lockdowns and everybody was staying home, spending shifted. It used to be pretty much 50-50, 50% on services and 50% on consumer goods. Spending shifted from services to consumer goods. All that money in the stimulus checks, with people staying home all the time, they wanted to order stuff. And they were able to because now they got some money from the government. So they ordered stuff. And then they ordered more stuff. And then we got more stimulus checks and more stuff was ordered. So this created a huge demand for products, so much so that the ships couldn't keep up. It's not even the ships, it's the unloading part at the docks. And that's slowed down in part by trucking. So right now, I mean, we have the Christmas holidays coming up. Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's. Typically, people spend a lot of money. It used to be Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, was the busiest shopping day of the year. Well, right now, all shopping seems to be happening online. So when you order stuff, if it's already not at the docks by now, and we're in mid-October, it probably won't be on the shelves at your retailers by Christmas. So, again, I sell keyboards, pro audio. If you order today, if it's from an Asian manufacturer, and again, that would be, let's see, Casio, Kawai, Kurzweil, Korg, Roland, and Yamaha, to name a few, you probably won't get it this year. You'll probably get it in January. If you order more from a European manufacturer, and that would be Dexibell, Nord, StudioLogic, Viscount, and more, there is a chance that you may get it by Christmas. A chance. And I already have a lot of people that had their hearts set on a particular keyboard, a Roland, a Korg, a Yamaha, a Kawai, whatever. And we can't even give them ETAs anymore. It used to be, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. Now the vendors are telling me we can't give you an ETA anymore because nothing's reliable. It used to be Casio, for example, used to tell me when things would come and it would be right on. Then the pandemic came and they said, okay, since things are always getting delayed now, 2 or 3 weeks, we'll only give you a ETA month, not a date. So if they give me an ETA month of October and it comes at the beginning of the month, excellent. But if it comes at the end of the month, I mean, that's over 4 weeks difference. Well, we said it would be October, and it is. Now they can't even reliably tell me a month. So it's real hard telling people when they order a product when they're going to get it. And if they don't know when they're going to get it, they're most likely not going to place the order. Or they're going to place the order for another product that they didn't really want in the first place, but the other product is going to be here sooner. Or the other product is in stock somewhere at some retailer's warehouse, somebody like a huge retailer like Sweetwater, who buys these things hundreds at a time. All right, so once these things are unloaded, now these ships, again, 10 to 24,000 containers on a single ship, it takes time to unload. A lot more time than it took the ships of 15, 20 years ago, who were much smaller. Okay, once it's unloaded, we've got another problem with the shipyard. Trucking. It's got to get from the shipyard to warehouses. And from those warehouses, let's say you're getting something from a keyboard manufacturer and their main warehouse is in Illinois or in Texas or wherever. It's got to get from the California coast, from that shipyard, via truck or railway to that warehouse. Once it's at that warehouse and unloaded, then we need more trucks to get it to the various warehouses of the retailers, Sweetwater, Kraft, Zounds, Guitar Center, and so on and so forth. So you can see there is a problem here with trucks. Okay, Schneider, which is one of the largest trucking companies in the United States, says they're basically operating at 50% capacity because of the increased demand. They could use twice as much as they already have. So basically, if they had more trucks and more drivers, and there's a problem with trucks too, because just like restaurants where there's a shortage of workers, same thing is happening now with the trucking industry. And it's not just trucks, it's railway. We have a certain keyboard manufacturer who had some huge incoming shipments. They've been unloaded and they got their way to the railway, and they've been sitting at the railway for 2 months. So, and that was unexpected. So this is one of the main reasons they can't give ETAs anymore. They don't even have any idea when these products are going to be delivered to their own warehouses, let alone from their warehouses to Guitar Center or Sweetwater. And truckers get paid when they're driving, not when they're standing still. And it used to be a trucker would bring his rig into into the Southern California port, one of the shipping yards there. And in 45 minutes, they're loaded and on their way. Now, today, they're waiting up to 9 hours, doing nothing, twiddling their thumbs, waiting to get loaded. They don't get paid during that time. That's a whole day wasted waiting just to get loaded. So it gets worse, but this is kind of how it works these days. And the California ports, mainly Los Angeles and Long Beach, they handle 50% of all incoming consumer goods from the rest of the world. So basically, now you know. So I highly advise, if you want to get a keyboard or pro audio equipment or whatever, place your order now, because the longer you wait, the longer you're going to wait. And when you contact me to order a product, bear with me. I'm trying my best to figure out when it's going to arrive. But since the vendors themselves can't even tell me when it's coming to their own warehouses, I have a problem with that. So if you order now, chances are you'll probably get it by the end of the year, if you're lucky. And the chances of it happening is probably greater for products coming in through the eastern ports, New York, New Jersey. And again, that would be the European manufacturers, Dexibell, Nord, StudioLogic, Viscount. Everything else coming in through the California ports, in all honesty, you order now, you probably won't get it until around January. If you're very, very, very lucky, maybe you're going to get it by the end of the year. That's where things stand right now. So, of course, I offer some really good discounts, and now it's going to be even better discounts to try and get you to place the order, because you're going to wait longer now. And if you wait longer, you shouldn't have to pay as much. So anyway, this is what I wanted to get across, and I hope this helps you out. And it's not good news, but at least we can still get products. We just don't know when. Piano Man Chuck. Peace out. Thanks for watching.